Welcome to our webinar. Today, we're talking about the R4 marketing methodology. This is the term we use to describe the marketing systems that we use to help builders and remodelers crush their digital marketing. If you're interested in getting more referrals, if you're interested in boosting your reputation, you're in the right place. We have several videos. They're broken out into individual topics, or you can watch the series to get all of the information from the webinar. So you're going to walk away with actionable insights, things that you can do in your business right away to make an impact. So enjoy. Thanks again for joining us. R2 is going to be reputation. So when we talk about reputation, we're talking about reviews, which is what most people kind of think of. There's more to it, and we're going to get into that here in a minute. But reputation is going to be your reputation in the marketplace. When people think about your business, what are they thinking about? So we want to protect and enhance your reputation. A limiting factor, lack of a strong reputation will stop potential customers in their tracks. There are several places this can happen, and we'll go into them. We touched on them a little bit in the buyer journey, but it's critical to make sure they're not losing faith in your business from any of these different places they're going to be checking on your reputation. So one of the critical reasons this is important today, even more so than it was in the past, we've had reviews for a long time. Those are a big part of it. But if you look at the volume today, 57% of the search clicks go to the Google Guaranteed, which is Google Local Service, and the Map Pack. 57%, over half, go to these businesses. It traditionally has been the list of websites that have been down the page, right? 1 to 10, we went down. Now we have, for local businesses, we have these map sections within the search results, which makes sense because we're all based on, local businesses are all based on geography. And they don't want to give, Google doesn't want to give me a business in Chicago if I'm in Denver. So clearly there's a reason why the locale is important. The one thing that is common here across all of these listings is reviews. Reviews are very prominent. They're displayed on the search results. So now more than ever, it's important to make sure that we have the right number of reviews and a good quality star rating, or people aren't going to click there. This is the majority of traffic today, so it's important that we optimize to make sure we're capturing as much of it as possible. And people can now even search by star rating. So I want 4 stars and above, or 4.5 and above. So the consumers now have a lot of control and choice over how they interact and how they find and how they search for businesses. So review decisions. People are making decisions based on reviews. And this is kind of common knowledge, but it's important to understand the significance, or I should say the number of people. 91% choose based on online reviews. This is becoming more critical than even personal referrals. So if you don't have a strong online presence and review rating, that is going to cause a significant impact to your business. So review expectations. When consumers think about what they want from a business, 96% are looking for negative reviews, believe it or not. Five stars exactly is not actually your sweet spot. Your sweet spot is that 4.6 to 4.9. If you have too many 5-star reviews, it actually creates a little bit of doubt because people kind of wonder if those are manufactured, if they're not real reviews. So people are looking for negative. It also helps them understand kind of the severity of things that have gone wrong. If you ruin someone's house because you didn't put a roof on correctly, or you created fire by, a fire on the property by not doing the electrical correctly, those are significant problems. If you just had an issue with invoicing and you corrected it and you responded in the comments, that of course is much less of a concern. So people want to see what type of issues come up because they expect issues to happen. So they are looking for the negative, but they want to know how important they are, how critical, how impactful they are. So 65% of people want over 50 reviews. So they're expecting a lot of reviews. That can be difficult in our space. 50 is a pretty big number. Now, this is across all industries, so they may not expect quite as many from us, but it is very important to know that they do expect a large number in general. 43% out of that 65 actually expect more than 100. So again, very important to make sure we have a program in place to capture as many reviews as possible. And what we find is most people don't have a process for this. They get some reviews, but they usually get them just by people providing them on their own without asking, which is not very regimented or predictable. So what are the barriers to reviews? Because you all do great work. Well, hopefully all of you do great work. But the reason people don't review when we dig in is a lot of people don't know that you would benefit from reviews. Despite checking reviews, a lot of people don't think about it when it comes to getting their own service. So it's important to make sure that they know that you value reviews and that it would be helpful. Number two, they don't know what to write. They get a little bit of writer's block. My review is going to be published on Google. It's going to be visible to everybody to read. And if I spell something wrong or I say something dumb, so what to write kind of presents a problem. So that writer's block is important. Number three is the time to write. Everybody's busy. Writing a review that's going to be published, put out there on Google, creates a little bit of anxiety. And so it takes a little bit of time. So a big portion of people don't have time to do the review. And it's kind of a combination of 2 and 3 there, because it takes some time to write something that is presentable for a public display. And then number 4 is remembering to write a review. They may have great intentions. You may ask them once and they may say they're going to do it. 2 weeks goes by and I have family issues, I have vacations, I have work problems, and I have forgotten completely all about committing to doing a review for you. So very important to ask multiple times. We'll go into that in our other content here in a bit. So if you wanted to get into doing some reputation management on your own, there are tools out there that can help you kind of facilitate getting reviews. We have this we put in place for our clients, but if you don't have someone providing that service for you, there are tools that can help you get as many reviews as possible and you leverage those in as many ways as possible. So beyond reviews, that is not the only thing that matters. Website is critical. Your website, its design, its performance, and the overall experience is critical to maintaining that reputation. So this on its own is not necessarily going to maybe crush your results unless it's really bad. But again, these are all factors people are going to look at. The design impact, if your design is not kind of modern and intuitive and easy, that's going to impact their view of your professionalism, of your kind of credibility. Mobile importance. Over half of people won't recommend a business if they have a kind of a poor mobile website. And then bad experiences are going to ruin your chances of getting someone back. So these are places where it's not reputation in the sense that you normally might think of with reviews, but it is very important and does have a very big impact on their view of your credibility and reputation as a business. So then another aspect is social media. Now, social media and reputation, maybe again, kind of same thing. You might not think of as a clear connection here, but people are going to go to social media and look at your Facebook, your Instagram, your any other profiles you might have. If you don't have consistent activity, if you post infrequently, or if you post kind of, iPhone photos that are, at an angle or not good quality, those don't reflect well, right? So imagine you going to a provider, a builder, a remodeler, and they didn't have a post since, a year and a half ago, and that content was poor quality images and just not very good content. It really impacts the view of your view of that business and their credibility. So social media is important as a supporting kind of platform, not really driving business necessarily, but it does support a good reputation. Brand recognition. So when we say omnipresence, we want to get you exposure in the marketplace, and we want to have your brand showing up in as many places as possible. And this is kind of a stat that kind of substantiates why we want to do that. If I recognize a brand, I'm 71% more likely to be comfortable doing business with them. Just kind of seeing the name, knowing the name, kind of starts to establish that business as a reputable provider. In my market, it's there's Plumbline is one of the ones that come to mind, right, from plumber's perspective. Elkstone Basements is a really good basement, remodeler here. So these are companies that I've just seen their brand over and over again, and now because I've seen those brands enough times, I recognize it, but then I also, because I recognize it, I assume that they are good at what they do. So again, brand recognition is critical. This is one of the reasons we look at kind of that omnipresent marketing. Best practices for reputation. and kind of go through all of the stuff we went through. Review count, the total score, and your frequency are all important. It's good to get consistent reviews over time. You don't want 20 today and then no reviews for a year. It's better to get 1 or 2 reviews per week or even per month over time. Fast website, optimized for mobile, very critical. People underestimate the importance of the website today. It is still critical. Social media activity, people are going to look at your profile. Just to have some content out there to kind of keep people engaged and kind of representing yourself as a professional quality business. Authoritative content, we want to make sure that we are putting content out there and getting exposure in the right places that build you up as an authority in the local market. All right, that wraps up this video on the R4 marketing systems that we use to help builders and remodelers crush their online marketing. Hopefully you found the information helpful. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us and others find the content. And hopefully we'll see you in one of our other videos coming up soon.